Hello everyone, PT Boomer Films here, and today is the 76th anniversary of the Railway series. Now, unfortunately, unlike last year, I don't have a adaptation. I do have another video that does kind of relate to it. Emily is canon to my series, but there are quite a few differences with her. For one, she is not the number 12 of the NWR, as that role goes to my OC, Daryl. And she is also on Sodor even before Edward and Thomas arrive. And even as I have hinted on my Twitter, Instagram, and maybe one or two videos on my channel, Emily is not exactly the same in personality as she is in the TV series. Furthermore, there are a few Thomas specials that Emily appears in that are canon to my series. Now, why do I bring this up? It's because during the times that these specials take place in my series, which is late 50s to late 80s, Emily is not around for the times that these specials take place. Which, raises the question of what happened to her. Well, I'm just gonna say this. She's not dead, nor is she abandoned somewhere, nor is she really working for anyone. Now, as a lot of you may know, Alfred is canon to my series, and he is also 98462. But 87546 doesn't exist in my universe. Reasons for this being is because I just kind of want to be more original, even though 87546 also exists in the Railway series. However, there is another blue engine that takes its place. That's being my OC, Vic. This one I won't spend too much time on, but there are a few Thomas specials that are canon to my series, all of which I'm going to list right now. Note, there are a lot of drastic differences with all of them, not just in the fact that Emily is not around for these, but also in just characters' backstories and other things to make it fit in more with my series. To Henry's theory, for those that don't know, is a theory that New Shape Henry and Old Shape Henry are entirely different characters, and New Shape Henry replaced Old Shape Henry after the Flying Kipper accident. At one point, I was going to have this canon to my series, but I decided not to because it would have kind of ruined Henry's character development, and also because just let the man be happy. Magic Railroad is canon to my series, although in my universe it doesn't follow either the director's cut or the released version. To put a time frame for when Magic Railroad takes place in my series, it takes place in 1996, a few days after my only audio story, Running Away. In my series, Thomas is either an E2 or at least based off of an E2. I'm still deciding on that. But he was not built at Brighton. He was actually built at Crowbridge Gate in my series in 1920, the same year that Failed Engines takes place. Which means that Thomas would have never sported an LBSC livery like green or brown. And speaking of Thomas, now, in my opinion, I personally don't really like Thomas with flat running board. Even though in almost all of his appearances in my series, he has been shown with his flat running board. I'm simply just gonna recon this, and this is gotta be like one of the biggest retcons in my whole series, but personally, I just prefer Thomas with a dips running board. Now, if you have seen some of my more recent videos, you would have seen either a Nightmares version of James, or a boiler explosion version of Thomas, which has led to some people speculating on whether or not James gets possessed by a demon at some point, or Thomas dies of a boiler explosion. I decided to put these here just to put those theories to rest. Neither of these events happen. The truth is that these are just twisted versions of Thomas and James that are reoccurring nightmares and only exist within Jillian's mind. Nothing more. Okay, I know you're wondering. Wait, did you make illusions? Yeah, but I'm retconning it and redoing it all over again. Why? Because illusions suck. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Pink Rosie. It would not make sense in the context of my series and the context of Rosie's backstory for her to be pink. And as for Murdoch, I just prefer his livery in his concept art rather than in the TV series. And as for Donald and Douglas, they were going to be blue in my series, and I did make a blue Douglas, but me personally, I just prefer them in black. Now, originally, back in 2019, I was going to have Timothy canon to my series, but I changed my mind on this because, honestly, I don't really like Timothy. So yeah, that's a fraction of the things from Thomas that are canon and not canon to my series. Now note, I am planning on making another video like this, but this time to all of the other franchises that are canon to short stories, like FNAF and SCP. So with all of that said, happy 76th anniversary to the Railway series.